A very warm welcome to Tech 10 Africa, where we look at different players in the industry in the African continent. Today we are joined by Rax Company Limited CEO Maurice KARIUKI, who is here to talk to us more about what Rax Company is all about. Before we get a detailed interview, let's take a look at who Maurice KARIUKI is in this following profile. Take a look.
Introducing Mr. Maurice KARIUKI, a 38-years-old holder of Diploma in Architecture from the Nairobi Institute of Technology, Bachelor's in Architectural Science from the Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, also a holder of Bachelor's in Architecture and a certificate in Public Speaking. Mr. KARIUKI, who also holds a private pilot license (PPL), is the founder, chief executive officer of Rax Company Limited, which is based in Nairobi, Kenya.
All right, there you have it, and welcome to the program, Mr. Maurice. Probably start by telling us in a nutshell, what is Rax Company Limited involved in?
First of all, Rax Company is a company that I registered in 2012, and it was also incorporated at the same time. And we are involved in providing solutions in the construction field. Because personally, I am an architect, and I have in the office other consultants like quantity surveyors. They are generally called the QS. We have structural engineers. We have physical planners and draftsmen. So all this team works as a consortium to provide solutions as a one-stop shop, whereby you get from the designs, we do the approvals, following up the approvals with the county, and then after that we sign a contract for construction, whereby we go to site and do the actual construction of your dream house.
All right. Speaking of that scope of product and services, who would you mention, or would you tell us is your primary clientele?
My primary clientele is someone who is thinking or planning on building, whether commercial, residential, or maybe hotels, restaurants, or a resort like this one we have here. And those are the people I really would like to serve, and we are here for them to give them the best.
Okay, maybe mind sharing with us what the staff base of Rax Company?
Yes, as I've mentioned, we operate as a consortium, whereby we have a group of all the consultants. Some we outsource, some are within the office, so that there are quantity surveyors, structural engineers, physical planners, and the architect.
Okay. Now, let's talk about a very interesting scenario where the real estate has become an emotive issue. And according to the Nairobi Metropolitan Report 2020 report, we've seen that we are having a deficit of 200,000 units per year. What could we say is the role of Rax Company Limited in this entire scenario?
The role of Rax Company as a consortium in that deficit is that we are here to provide the best solutions, whereby we manage all the stresses that are involved in the construction. We take care of all that stress from our clients. We deal with them to provide the best solutions and within the right time, which we achieve by managing sites properly. And I think that's what we are here for.
All right. It is the same deficit, Mr. Maurice, that has pushed some of the prospective homeowners to now buying their own land and intending to build. Again, this has gotten them into the headache of having to chase after the fundis, running after the approvals. What would you say is or makes Rax Company Limited the most viable solution for this particular people?
Yeah, when we come in during that process of planning and the actual construction, we provide all those solutions within one-stop shop, and we eliminate all that stress from our clients, so that once they bring in their brief they come and tell us what their dream is. We will take care of the rest from within ourselves, to avoid the client from going to hopping from office to office looking for consultants, following up with the approvals. We do all that for them, and it's at a cost. Then once we have achieved, we have saved them a lot of time and headache.
All right. What would you enumerate as some of the new models with the new technology? What would you say are the new models that you've adopted, in packaging the real estates as opposed to the traditional mortgaging structures that we are used to?
For us currently, we are managing mostly on ground, and the techniques that we use is managing people on site and the resources, so that we save time, because time is money. And when we save time, we have also saved the client maybe rent where they were paying, and we save them money when we do it fast and properly. And those are some of the techniques we are using to save them the cost. Yes.
All right. Now we're going to take a short commercial break, then come back, talk about how you're building resilience during this period of the coronavirus. We will be right back after a short commercial break, talk about that in a more detailed way.
Welcome to Rax Company Limited, your reliable one-stop consortium on construction services, building designs, bills of quantities, drawings approvals, mortgage documentations, and so much more. By consulting our wide-range tech-savvy professional architects, engineers, and surveyors, you can never go wrong. We are located at Pena Plaza along Bypass Kamaki's first floor, suites number 104 and 105. Call us on 0724 809 761 and enjoy our cutting-edge services. Rax Company Limited. Listen better, plan better, build better.
Fantastic. Welcome back, Mr. Morris. Let's talk about the global health pandemic, the coronavirus, which has affected virtually all the sectors of the economy. What would you say, or how has it affected your industry?
It has affected us negatively because we have lost projects, especially for those people who had applied for mortgages, and we were almost going to site. Then some salaries were cut, so whatever they had qualified as to be reduced, then we can't achieve what we had designed. Others were sent home. Then the other challenge we are facing mostly is with the offices that we usually go to seek services from. Things like when we are going to do search, because you have to appear there to apply for you to be replied with a proper document, then you find that the staff has been reduced. Some are operating from home. That's basically most of the challenges we are facing right now.
Oh, all right. Away from now the challenges of COVID, what would you say are other challenges that you face on day-to-day basis in your industry?
In our industries, mostly the challenges is managing people on site. That is fundis, the materials, and those are normal challenges of life. Maybe in terms of transport, their availability. The other thing we sometimes face challenge is when the client has no time to wait, has no patience to wait for the services to be provided properly, because some of them will come maybe from abroad. They only have a 3 months leave and he wants to leave everything done. So whereby we are not able now to do proper search, we are not able to do design within the proper time. Then when we go to construction, we may be forced to hurry them, and it's not good. So that's a bit tough for on our side, and it's a big challenge. Sometimes we have to let go the client, because if we can't produce the best, then we just do away with it.
Okay. Let's address yet another anxiety within the industry about the prospective property owners, where they have to deal each day in, day out with the infiltration of the conmen. What would you say, from where you sit, would be a solution to this whole idea of conmen, fake agents and property dealers? How can we tackle this particular menace?
to answer that properly is that currently we have law in place and we have institution already dealing with that. And maybe what I would urge is people to follow the proper channels and ensure the people they are dealing with. Let's start with the consultants. There are bodies that register consultants. Every consultant you deal with, ensure that you inquire whether they are registered. Let them produce their certificates of qualifications. If you follow the right channels, you minimize chances of losing anything.
Okay.
Yes.
What can you say about, maybe at a policy level, what can be done to ensure that we regularize this industry, deal with bring sanity into the industry and deal with the cartels within?
So maybe at policy level, what I would advise and my thought is that marketing should be highly controlled, because most of these people are finding their way sometimes in social media, mainstream media. They come and advertise without actually confirming to them their qualifications and whether whatever they are doing is existing. It might be a bit difficult for them, for the people who are airing their adverts. But I think if that was to be controlled before any form of media puts across that message or the advert, they ensure that whatever they are also advertising is real and true.
All right.
Yes.
Maybe your parting shot as we come to the end of the show.
My parting shot is to inform our clients that we are here to serve them, and those who are proposing or planning to build, we are here for you. We have all the solutions for you. That is from the design, then following up with the approvals at the county levels. Then after that, we sign a contract. After registering the contract with the NCA, we go to site and do the actual construction and hand over a finished product, which is your dream house.
All right, many thanks, Mr. Kariuki. It was a pleasure having you, and we thank you a lot because of having time for us. We will have you another time to talk about more in the industry.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we come to the end of today's episode of Tech 10 Africa, and we were talking to Mr. Morris Kariuki, the CEO of Rax Company Limited, and he has given us many insights about what is happening in the industry, and we will be glad to have you again next time when we'll be talking to the next trailblazer in the African continent. My name is Jamlek Joroge. Goodbye.